Hi friends, in this tutorial I am going to be covering the while loop. So in the previous two tutorials I covered the for loop and the for each loop. So if you haven't watched that and you don't understand it, you can watch it. These are my channel. So let's get started. You open up my virtual machine. So this is what I did in the previous. So let me delete this. CLS, clear the screen. So in here, let's create our script, and so what we need to in order to make for this is that let's create a variable. This time we are calling it input, and currently it is empty. So what this line does is that it creates a variable called input, and it sets it to empty. These are two double quotation marks. So right now input is empty, and so what we do, we type in while, which starts the while loop, and then we are typing in input, which is the variable which currently is empty, and in a, what it means is that not equal to, and we are saying exit. So let me open this. So what it does, this starts the while loop, and it says that the while input, so this variable that we created which currently is empty, so while it is not, or as long as it is not equal to, exit. So NE, this stands for not equal to. So what this does is that it says as long as the input variable is not equal to exit, and then we can say something like input, which is a variable, and then we are saying read host, and after that witnessing waiting for input. So then this variable currently, which is empty, and it says that as long as it's not equal to exit, just keep running this while loop. And in this, what we do is that we are saying read host. What it does is that it reads from host, or it reads from whatever we type in on the screen on the PowerShell window. So I'll be showing that in a second. And type in waiting for input. So what it does is that it outputs this every time the while loop is run. So in here, let's save it as while loop, and in here if you do a get child item, you can see that our loop is here, while loop. So if we run this, you can see that it is waiting for input. So this is this one. So instead of, so let's say the first time you're typing A, B, C, so you can see that it again shows us that's waiting for input. So this will keep on going until we type in exit, because it says that as long as what while statement does is that just run this while again and again and again, as long as the input variable, which is this, does not equal exit. So if we type in exit, that will be the value to this input. And sorry, if you type in input, or whatever we type in here on our window, it comes to this variable called input. And if this input equals exit, then exit the program. Otherwise, if it is not equal to exit, just keep running it. So if you type in something like hello or what, it doesn't work. But if you type exit, you can see that our while loop stops. So this is how you can run a while loop. It can come in scripts. You can, for example, you want to write a script in which it performs a certain task again and again and again, or a certain calculation again and again, until you type in a specific character. So for example, if you're creating a program that checks the directory again and again whether a file exists or not, so you can run it again and again and again, and you say that only stop it if a user enters this certain character, which in this case it was exit. So it comes in handy in those situations. So this is just an introduction. I will be covering those things also as well. So this is it for this tutorial, guys. If you have any questions, suggestions, or recommendations, feel free to put it in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.